Hello, this is Andy's Golf and Travel Diary on the Gold Coast here in Australia, and I am here with Monique Harmer, the General Manager of the Intercontinental Sanctuary Cove. Monique, this is a wonderful place.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I am familiar with the Intercontinental brand from the Journey to Olympic Golf last winter. Stayed in many properties in Central America. It's really a worldwide luxury brand, isn't it?
It is, yes. We've about 170 properties worldwide now. When we introduced the property into Australia, it was the first intercontinental resort we'd ever had in Australia. And it was also the first time that we had an intercontinental branded hotel in Queensland. So it was the start of a few firsts for us, which we were very proud of. But yes, as you've acknowledged, it's certainly a beautiful resort and surrounded by two fantastic golf courses.
Sounds like a lot of firsts. The first Intercontinental here in Australia, and also the first and only Arnold Palmer designed, the Pines course I played this morning.
Yes, how did you go on that this morning?
I got my exercise. Beautiful course though, beautiful.
Did you see some kangaroos?
I did. They were all over the place. Very polite and well-behaved galleries.
They are. We have about 370 kangaroos in the Greater Sanctuary Cove Resort, and we certainly have a few that come and visit us at the resort also, which is a bit of a delight for the guests to have them popping up next to them out by the pool, or perhaps when they're sitting out on their balconies hopping on by. Yes, as you've acknowledged, they're really quite friendly.
I like to make like a kangaroo and just like be adopted and just stay here. Do you have a couple?
We can arrange that.
Do you have a couple minutes to answer a few more questions?
Of course.
Monique, tell me a little bit about the history of Sanctuary Cove and how Intercontinental came to manage this hotel.
Certainly. Sanctuary Cove was Australia's first master planned community on the large scale that it is. So within the Greater Resort Precinct, we have our resort, we have two golf courses, we have a village, we have a marina, and we also have a comprehensive health club and gym facility. We have taken over the management of the hotel, so it's become an Intercontinental in December of 2012. Really exciting times for us. It was the introduction of the Intercontinental brand into Queensland, and the first time that we have had an Intercontinental resort ever in Australia. So a couple of firsts for us, and certainly really excited and proud to add this beautiful property to our portfolio of great brand defining resorts in the region, such as Da Nang in Vietnam and Koh Samui in Thailand.
It's really a worldwide luxury brand, as I mentioned. Tell me a little bit about that brand and what customers have come to rely on when they select this brand.
Of course. Worldwide now we have just over 170 intercontinental hotels and resorts. We consider ourselves the first truly international hotel brand. It came as a result of Pan Am Airways back in the 40s and has since grown to being represented across the world in many countries now. We stand for understated luxury. We have many different types of hotels in many different locations, some in beautiful old buildings like the Paris Le Grand property, Rome de Ville, which is located at the top of the Spanish Steps in Rome. So iconic locations like that, as well as properties like our Intercontinental Tahiti, which are over water bungalows in the beautiful waters of Bora Bora. So a really diverse mix of properties, but at the heart of it all is the service we provide. So we pride ourselves on creating memorable experiences for our guests.
Tell me a little bit about your typical guest here and the people that come back year after year. What are their top 3 reasons for coming back here?
Look, that probably depends a little bit on the property and the region. In some of the more touristy spots like Intercontinental Rome, they probably don't get the repeat visitation, for example, that we may get here. We're fortunate at this property to have many repeat visitors. We have families that have been coming to this property for the 25 years that have been open, which is really special. They choose to come here not because of just the fantastic features and facilities, but because of the service. It is those memorable experiences that we're able to create for the guests, the insider experiences that we are able to share with them to help them really discover either the cultural or the history aspect of a destination. So really aim to connect our guests with the heart of a destination. And for our families, it's all about having a range of activities. Whilst our pools are certainly spectacular, what we have done now is developed a full calendar of activities for our younger guests. So they are all free activities, and they range from things like jewellery making to cupcake decorating, to beach volleyball, to cricket, to treasure hunts around the resort. So every day there's 4 or 5 scheduled activities that take place that are all free, and then we have our recreation workers just walking around, making friends with the kids, and if somebody wants help making a sandcastle, they'll help them with it. If somebody wants them to go for a swim with them, they'll go for a swim with them. So really adding some value to that family experience.
It's really a full range experience for couples. You can get engaged, you can get married here, you can come back year after year with your family and then with the grandchildren.
Certainly, and we are fortunate to see that. Even in the short time that we've been here over the last 2 years, we have had the opportunity to meet the children of people that have been married with us in those 2 years. So perhaps they've come back for their first year anniversary, and then they've come back to celebrate the birth of a child, bring them for their first holiday here. So yes, that is really very special.
Well, Monique, it's been a very special time for me to visit here. Thank you so much for having me and being part of Andy's Golf and Travel Diary.
My absolute pleasure. Lovely to meet you also, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Australia.